It's week 6 of the National Football League, and we've got the Nighthawks, veteran cornerback, who picked up 4 tackles in last week's contest. It's the Nighthawks and the Desperados. Next, on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Nighthawks of Buenos Aires taking on the Desperados of San Antonio. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Argentinians, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll start this drive, and right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chambers. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Chambers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Griffin. And that'll be incomplete. But you look at this defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, It all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you give him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Here's Griffin. He finds his man, complete. It's Chambers, and he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now a toss here, short side. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Desperados will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Smart. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw on 2nd down. Smart. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. So their defense gave up the opening drive touchdown, and now, Charles, they're going to look to work this ball down the field and get the equalizer.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of balance in how you're thinking and how you're approaching this game because the way things go in the NFL today, that opening touchdown often changes your strategy. You feel like you have to match everything right here, right now. But I like the way they're being methodical on offense here in their first drive, hoping to get the equalizer, but not forcing anything.
Throwing on 1st down. Smart. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Running left, it's Barkley. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They've reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. from the left hash. This from 53 yards out. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Yeah. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chambers, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Griffin to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
On 1st down, Smart. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating from the gun, Smart. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Back out comes San Antonio. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Griffin. He finds his man, complete. It's Chambers. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. On 1st down, Griffin. Under pressure, and down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Griffin. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. And they rattle off a big one. 42 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run the counter. Chambers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now. San Antonio in possession from the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chambers. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They go play action. Griffin. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Desperados are able to move back in front.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
23 yards the pickup there.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. He'll take this to the 46.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. They bring their punter out there now. as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower between those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Chambers. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On second down now, Aldridge. 11 yards there, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we get
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Now it's Griffin. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Griffin. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. From the shotgun, Griffin. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third and goal, here's Griffin. And he comes back with one complete. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
a short gain that doesn't get them the first down, brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They get this out quickly to the left side. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Smart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Smart. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll look to set up his blockers. 13 yards the tally on the return there. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 2nd down, here's Griffin. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. On 3rd down, it's Chambers. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Smart. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Smart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Up the middle they go. Chambers. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Looking to throw on second down. Smart. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down, and as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench, not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Up the middle with Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Following the fumble recovery, Kitchen. And he's got it. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Desperados take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Buenos Aires offense back out now. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Off the play fake. Smart. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Smart. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And he will slide down with a good gain. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A handoff to Barkley. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On 3rd and 2, Smart. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. What a methodical drive. This is turning out to be that time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL,
They've got his man complete, and it's caught. Touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Nighthawks have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back out comes San Antonio. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. In motion right goes Johnson. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
3rd down and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
To throw on 2nd down. Smart. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. Smart. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw. Smart. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
He's going to have the first down and then some.
And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Barkley.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Back out comes San Antonio. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Chambers. A good move. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Well, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Kitchen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
To throw on 3rd down. Kitchen.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, it's Chambers. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Off play action. Kitchen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
They took him down in the backfield with those instincts. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
The throw over the middle, taken in. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Kitchen. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, Kitchen. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Back to throw. Smart.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Looking to throw on second down. Kitchen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Chambers.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 121 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chambers, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, they might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8
How's
ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Ball start. Offense.
The ball on the 16 for 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Kitchen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a third down, but they are in field goal range already. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Desperados have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 7. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. His throw incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
He'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
The Charles are trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They go with the ground game, pick up the 1st, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Kitchen. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll run on 1st down. Cormier. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Kitchen. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Kitchen. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
3rd and 19.
Looking to throw. Kitchen. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
No, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Smart. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw. Smart. Now he's into the clear again, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Certainly a rarity for all but an elite couple of quarterbacks in this league to have a 100-yard day on the ground. Heck, even running backs don't hit the mark as often as they used to. Nice to see them keep calling his number once they saw he was in line for a special game.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Smart. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Buenos Aires,
they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.